Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Suzanne. How are we all this morning? My name's Lorraine. I live in the Fraser Coast area of Queensland. I live in Maryborough, and I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator. Okay, so today what I want to do is I've got a couple of quick cards that I want to show you, which will be really good for both people who are just starting out and also, sometimes we just need a really quick card. We don't need to be spending hours and hours making an avid card. So that's what we've got this morning. I was going to say it's a little bit cooler here today, but it's actually not. It's actually quite humid. Although last night it was quite cool actually. I put a light dressing gown on. Yes, Suzanne, I'm pretty good. Had to work yesterday, and so that I think what I'm going to do on a Thursday is do a quick card. It saves me having to put too much thought into it after I finish work on a Wednesday. So that's what I'm going to do today. And of course, this Saturday I'm spending the day with my workmates, and we're all doing our first aid. So we've had to do about 3 hours worth online before we actually go in, because we don't just do normal first aid, we do animal first aid as well, which is really interesting. So alrighty, I think I will go down to the desktop. I did pop another order in yesterday. I wasn't going to. I was going to wait until April, but anyway, things got the better of me, as they do. Okay, let me go down to the desktop and we'll have a look at what we're going to be doing. So my two easy cards, and they are easy, are going to be done with, this is the what is it? The die. Now, is it from this one? No, I think it's from the other one. No, it's from the set that goes with that paper, which is, I will find it. I've got it all sitting here ready, and I'm thinking, all right, so the paper that I'm using for this is this one. So it's the Gallery Suite, which is absolutely gorgeous. And just at this moment, I can't find anything. There we go. Gallery Blooms dies. So it must be in this one. It's on the second. Yeah, it's in the second lot. Now, some of you would have seen how by using this die, it cuts out. Good morning, Lynn. How are you? Yes, I work on Wednesdays. Yeah. Okay, so as you can see with this die, it's going to cut around here. It's also going to cut here, and it's also going to cut here. Now, I'm sure that most of you have seen others make a card where they've done a card where it sort of pops up. Alrighty, so just because I can, I'm going to do one of those, but I'm also going to choose another piece of paper, which I'm thinking I had a C scene, I think it was, or something like that. This one, yeah, maybe that one. I'm not 100% sure yet, but I will ask everybody. Or even maybe that's quite nice, but I want something that's quite prominent, and I don't really want to use the same one that everybody else has used. So we'll see. Anyway, that's the two that I have in mind. It's good to do this with a scenery. So before I cut that, I just want to cut my card. I just want to do a card base. So I'm going to do it on white. And let's grab a piece of, that's not thick, I don't think, is it? No, that's not thick. this is thick, and I think I've got to open a new one. Yep. So let's quickly do that. So I got my packets out with all my little bits in because I have, I keep folders with all my bits in, my different colours in cardstock. I just have a box where I put that. Oh, did you? Oh my goodness. I haven't even watched yours from yesterday. It was a big day at work yesterday, and then I got home and I had stuff to do at home. And yeah, I just didn't get round to doing much at all, to be quite honest. But yeah. All right. Well, you may have done what I'm going to do. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. So, cutting a normal size, we've got 5 3/4. Don't sit on there. 5 3/4. And we're going by 8 inches. These would also make really good mail cards. Really good. All right, so we have that. And all we're going to do is fold that in half to make our card. I'm just going to pop that under there for a second. Give that a... Now for this, I'm going to need the card to be that way. And as you can see, it's pretty much the size of our normal card bases. So I'm not going to be doing any more layers in there. So what I am going to do though, I'm just going to pop that to one side. Now, look at this. A beautiful cottage scene. And bearing in mind that these are going to cut too, so we are going to get it down to here. We're not going to, that won't be blocked out. So just let me, so it's just standard dies, isn't it? I might bring this over so that you can see what I'm up to. Move my chair back. I've been looking at, oh goodness. I don't believe it, Susie. Alrighty. So using with thin dies. What am I using? What am I using? Yeah, I think it's just a normal die, isn't it? So just making sure before I do anything stupid. All right, so I'm going to pop the paper on here. Now this will fit in your large cut and emboss. Okay, so I'm just going to line that up because I really do just want the little cottage. And I'm going to cut that. It's for a horrible minute there. I thought I had that up the wrong way, but I don't believe I did. Okay, so now I'll show you what we've got. So what we have is the outside frame, which let's put that over there, which if we wanted to frame a card, we could choose a pretty color and just use it to frame. We can then put this one in, but we're not just going to put it straight in, and I'll show you what we're going to do with that in a minute, and then this one fits in here. So we end up back with our frame. So I'm sure everybody has seen that these have been popped up before. But there is another way to do it. Okay, so I'm going to put, I just want to re-burnish that because I want it to sit nice and flat while I do this. So you can pop all these back on. Now, there's pop-up cards and there's tunnel cards. Hi Holly, how are you today? So you will see that I have now chosen to do exactly the same as, probably not exactly the same, but similar to what Susie did yesterday. But hey, that's us. Okay, so what I want to do basically is I need to get that middle in, and I just want to get this straight. Looks about central. And then I'm going to take my glue and I'm actually going to stick, if my glue will work, of course, I'm going to stick this gorgeous little cottage down flat like that. So that's the start of the card. Hi Mum, how are you this morning? Did you get that photo I sent? It was pretty cool, hey? All right, so next we're going to pop this one up. Okay, so this is where tunnel cards, I haven't tried it with this, but I'm pretty sure that it will work. Where's my dimensionals? Now, I am going to use quite a few dimensionals on this because I really want it to hold. So I'm actually thinking of using dark ones, but maybe not. Here we go. So this is the next layer, and I'm going to pop that up. Mum, Suzanne and Lynn and Holly are all saying hi to you. Okay. So like I said, I want to put and give it plenty of firmness on the corners, because that's really what's going to. And I didn't put my lines on my dimensionals, did I? Who was it was said that they use markers? Can't remember. Sorry, I just got a pop up there. Get rid of that. The pop-ups come right over where the chat is. All right, so I'm going to take these off. And because we're working with thinnish strips, we do need to just give them that little bit of extra care, because it's easy to bend them. All right, so that's all of them off. Now I'm going to have to stand up to do this because I need to place it, and without pulling it away, needs to place right over there, so that there's no the tad of white showing there. Okay, so that's our first layer. Tanya used markers, that's right, yes. That was a great idea. Now we're going to do this one. So this one is going to make a tunnel as opposed to making making a stand-up card. Now, sorry, I'm gonna put a heap of these on because I don't want it sagging, and there's nothing worse than a saggy card, is there? So let's pop. Oh, I've got to tell you something too about the card that I did the other day. I thought that I had actually messed up. However, I went in and had a look to see the finished product from the video that I got it from, and it turns out that she actually had hers propped up on the front, and I didn't realize it. And in all honesty, I should have realized at the beginning that it was going to be way too front heavy than it was. And I'll show you in a minute what I mean. Now, I thought I'd done something wrong, but I hadn't. I followed all the instructions, and then I saw that she obviously had the same problem, but had sort of like popped it with something to hold up that. Okay, so here we go. We're going to pop that down. So now, instead, I should have probably done that. Actually, that one should have had 2 lots, shouldn't it? See if I can get that off. It's because I was talking. This one actually needs 2 lots, and if you've got strip, that would be better than using individual. Whoops, shouldn't make a difference. So let me pull this off, because this one actually needs, because the other one only had 1 layer, this one needs 2. And of course it's going to do that. Isn't it amazing how these things don't stick when you want them to, but when you really need them not to have stuck, they stick hard. There we go. Let's get it off. So now what I'm going to do, you can see it's ripped the paper in places, but I'm pretty sure that'll cover up. Now I'm just going to put another layer on there. Use some of these. So that's 1. I'm not going to count them all because there's heaps. Yeah, so also if you use strips, it actually covers it all. Let me pick up one of these and see how that will work. I just want that. Is it going to give me what I want? I think it will. So that's one of the strips off of here. Those 2 need extra ones. So you can buy the strips through Stampin' Up. I'm not sure what their code is or anything like that, but you can definitely buy them. Probably not something that you would use a great deal of the time, but definitely something that would work for this sort of card. Get off of there. I'm just basically, because this is all the same height across here, I don't really have to do much. So now all of it has like a double layer. Pretty sure I've got them all. And it's sticking like mad, so that's a good sign as well. So let's get these off. Okay. And now, oh, that was close. I'm going to, this is where it gets awkward. There we go. So you can't see the see, this is what I'm talking about now. There is 2 there, but it's not. You have to be careful that it doesn't do this. This is why the strips work better. But there you have. Thanks, Susie. There you have. This is more the tunnel. So you're looking into the card as opposed to building it up. And I'm sure that you've all seen where people have built them up the other way and had this as the one that's sitting at the top and the rest fading in. So this is just another way. And if you remember to take all these bits off, it works even better. There we go. Alrighty, I would definitely use strips as opposed to, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp a sentiment. Let's see, have we got any sentiments for that? Not, what can we put on there? I've got all this new stuff here. How about if I do thank you for everything? That looks, whereabouts is that? That's that one there. And I'll just pop that onto a piece of white card. And I will use basic grade to stamp. So now I have to do a note to self. Actually, there we go. Thank you for everything. And I will see what we've got in here. Is there anything just to, nope, nothing to cut that. Don't think there's much in these others either. Let's cut that out. Otherwise I'll just get one of the normal ones. No, nothing in there either. Okay. So what I'll do is I'll just cut this with the machine. So I'm going to cut that there. And then I'll cut, tear that bit off. And I will cut it. There. And there. We have a die. We have a, which I want to put on there, mainly because I want to cover some of that there. Okay, thank you for everything. And we'll pop that up as well. So one of the other reasons that this does do that floppy thing is because it's paper and not card. So the card doesn't tend to do it as much. Okay, so we've got thank you for everything at the top there. Get rid of that showing there. And then I'll just cut an insert Is that big enough? Let me see if I can just use that. Yeah, that's perfect. All right, so we can just do an insert. Thank you for everything on the front. And I'll just put that doesn't really go, does it? Not that that's on there. I might just put I appreciate you. I love that one. It's a really nice die. Stamp. I'll just pop that. And that goes with what we've got on the front. So I'm just going to put that into the middle of here. Again, I'll stamp it. Fingers crossed, because I've got some on the side here. There we go. Oh, missed the Y a little bit, but that's okay. Appreciate you. And then if we have a look at what we have left on here, we can cut a small piece of this off. So what I'm going to cut, I'm just going to do like 1/4 of an inch, maybe a 1/2 an inch, maybe 1/2 inch. 1/2 inch off of there. And all right, and then what I can do is I can pop that along the bottom there, which just brings that front part into the inside. Okay, and then pop that to the inside of the card. Put a mark on that there as well. All right, so that is the card. So it's a very quick and easy way to do a card. Like I said, I would definitely use strips rather than the dimensionals. It's not the sort of card that you need to put bling on or anything like that. So you could if you wanted to, but yeah. All right, so that is looking at it as a tunnel card as opposed to a pop-out card. All right, there we go. That's one of the quick ones. Now, for the next card, I was going to do another one of those as the pop-up, but I'm not going to now because I don't have, I actually, do I have foam tape? Actually, I do, but yeah, I'll just leave that for now. All right, so this is for the second card, and you know, I have literally so much stuff around me here. If you hear a crash, you'll know what's happened. Something will have fallen off. Okay, so again, a 5 3/4 by 8. I'm hoping that I can get this one done in half an hour. So thanks, Suzanne. Okay. So this is our normal card base. Just going to clean these off because otherwise I'm going to stick my hand in them and then that's not going to be pretty. All right, so the next one that we're going to look at, and this is looks a bit more complicated than it actually is, and I have already cut the flowers out, which will save a bit of time. But this is another very quick, very easy cut. This one I haven't put that in. So, all right, so let's go. So with this one, I started off with an embossing folder. So the one that I've used, I didn't, this one was a wood look one. Just let me have a look so I can tell you. Okay, not sure. Well, it's probably still out on the desk somewhere. That was a wood-shaped one. Oh, it was this one. So that one was that one. Sorry, can you see? So today I'm going to use, I want to use the brick, but you can see it's got an embossed part on the back. So put the card base over there, get this out ready. I don't know why that, oh, I must have put it back in that case. All right. And I'm going to get the embossing folder out and I'm going to cut now. What did I cut? Did I cut a layer? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let me get some whites. Okay. So I'm going to do the layer 3 3/4 by 5 1/2. So 3 3/4. Actually, I think I did it by did I do it by 5 1/2 or did I do it by 6? Let me have a look. I've got a feeling that I did this one by 6 because I cut out. Stop it. Yeah, so that's 5 1/2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope, I did it by 5. So let's go by 5. Hope I got that right. And then we're going to pop that through here. Where's that plate gone? Okay, so we're going to get the now this is a really thick one. So this is what we're going to be using. We're just going to use the bottom plate and we're going to use the grey plate. So I want this to go across my card. So I'm just popping it in like that. And because it's bricks, I suppose I should really have it fairly straight. And I was thinking, you know, like you could use this as brick. And I did use this one the other day as well, actually. I used it for one of the other cards. But I'm thinking you could sort of do it with your markers, and you could do some of this stuff in here green so that it actually looks like it was moss growing up the brick wall. Okay, now I'm just going to run this through the once. We don't want to ruin our embossing folder. And this is what we have. So we have a lovely embossed. So this is the debossed side and the embossed side. All right. Now that I've done that, I'm going to cut it up. And I'm going to cut it into 5 1-inch strips. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that is now going to form the base of this card. Now, if you wanted to, you could pop these up. Personally, I'm just going to put them straight down onto the, and you can fill them around to where you think they look best. I think that looks pretty good. So I think I'm going to use the new glue because that one was starting to get a little bit. What I usually like to do is pop the middle one in first. That gives me some idea of where the others are going to go. And I just pretty much eyeball it. Oh, goodness me. There is a reason I need that new chair, isn't there? I'm just going to eyeball that around about the middle, like that. And then each one of these just leave a small gap. And place them down. Now, I haven't pressed down really hard just yet because I just wanted to make sure that that was going to sit there like that. Thanks, Holly. Thanks, Lynn. Now this one is going to come in here like this. And this one is going to come in here. I have got I probably could have moved the top ones down a tad, but they will have already stuck by now. So that's that. I'm just going to run this over this because I have a bit of excess glue sitting in there, and that stops it from being sticky, and then I can get it out afterwards. All right, so we have that. Now, the idea with this is to use some of these little flowers. Now, last time I did it, I just used plain white. But I thought today I would try something a little different. So what I want to do is just use the blending brushes. Use this is pretty in pink. And all I want to do, ooh, that looks it's going to be strong. All I want to do is just do the very edges of the flowers with the blending brush. just to make them stand out a little bit. Okay, 2. I just want the edges to be darker, so giving them a bit more love. Okay. So I've done 6 flowers, but one of them I actually cut up a little bit. Okay, so we've got that. And then it's left a nasty mark. I'll get rid of that. Where's that? Okay, now what you can do as well, and I thought about this, was just behind where I'm going to place the flowers. I'm thinking I might place them this side this time. Is I'm going to just do a little bit of colour just to bring out that this is sort of a bluey green, which was the effect that I wanted. Now start at the top and come down. Alrighty. So we're going to have, so when these go on here now, they're going to have that bit of a, actually I'm thinking I might take it, might take it all over just to give it that. I seriously don't use blending brushes enough. There we go. A bit more around the sides. All right. Now I'll clean off the desk. We're going to get covered otherwise. Now, with this, you might prefer it just the white, or you might like it with the background. I like it both ways. I did another one like this, but I gave it away. So, what am I looking for? Delightful Wishes. So I used the stem from the Delightful Wishes because it's rather a good stem to use. This one, and I cut 2, and I used early espresso to do that. See, you can see, and I'll just do that again. Put the cut and emboss machine back together. Okay. Pop that in and do. Now, one of these I actually do chop down. Don't use the whole one. First one. second one. Still stuck in there. All right, so what I need is for this to come up here, but then I don't need, so this one I cut quite low down here so that those branches would come, that one would come across, and then that one would sit more over there, which gave me more space really to attach the flowers. One of them's got to come up higher, actually, that one. That one's got to come up higher. So I'll glue those down. I'll put the full one down first. I only need dabs of glue. Not going to need a lot. So I'll put this one up here first. Now, because that is embossed, just give it a good push down. I'm just wondering actually whether the one will be enough. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, I might just do that just with the 5. Maybe pull that one across there like that. I think that looks all right, because we didn't see so much of the other one anyway, so let's do that. All right, so I'm just going to shape these like this. Do you know, I never used to like those sorts of colors much, because I'm what they, wrong way, Lorraine. My coloring is more of the cool colorings, so the reds and the what have you. But just lately I've been using more and more of those darker colors, those browns. And so I'm thinking might just do it with the one sprig. What do we think? Do we think that looks okay with just the one, or do you think I need to put a second one in? I just think the second one's probably just means that we'd have it too spread out this time, I think. So we might leave that one off. Try something different. It's always good to try something different. So pop that one there, that there, that there. And maybe that one there. We don't want a line, Lorraine, so let's do something like that. Now it looks like it's set like that, doesn't it? Never mind. All right, so all I'm going to do now is I'm going to just put some glue. This is a new one. Just pop these down where they fall, basically, is what I'm going to do. These remind me of the pink flowers that in Japan that they have on those gorgeous trees that they have. I'm just going to pop one more. Actually, what I might, nope, I'll pop it down here. All right, so there's our flowers with a little bit of color in them this time. I mean, I I can stick something else out of there. No. All right, this one I put leaves in. I will cut just a few leaves, but I'm just going to cut them out of green. I'm not going to stamp them. Last time I believe I stamped them. Was that what I used? No, where did I get the leaves out of this one? I'll just cut some leaves. So look, I've got one. I can cut 4 at a time here. 1, 2. Ooh. 3, 4. That might even work. Okay, let's have a go. So I can put all of those in at the same time. So I'll use 2 different greens. That's blues. So these are all my folders with my different greens and what have you in, so that I can just pull them out when I need to cut pieces. Take this out because I might get a couple out of there. All right, let's play for a second and see what we're going to do. You could see that these ones had inners that I could have put in. I'm just wanting to get some leaves done. Gee, it's hard to pick them up sometimes. All right, just cut these. I'll put a big one there and one of those there, one of those there, one there, one there, and maybe. All right, let's get those through. For some reason, my cut and emboss machine has decided not to run backwards. Don't ask me why. Because I don't know. It's rather funny because every day when I come on here, I think I am not going to get in a mess today. And every day when I come on, my desk gets in a mess. And I think it's me. And then I watch someone else and they say, if only you could see the mess on this desk. And I think, oh, it's not just me. You're going to make a card using that set for my niece in Scotland. She lost her dad last year. Oh, that's a shame. So I'm thinking I could pop that through there and then just have a couple of random leaves, which I quite like the idea of. You know, sort of like popping out from places. What do you think? I actually think that looks quite nice. So I'm going to do that. I do want to use this spray one, and then I'll probably put these in afterwards. And there should be another small green one somewhere. I don't know where it ended up, but it will be here when I'm finished and don't need it. It will be there with belts on. Okay, let's just pop a bit of Just a little bit of glue. And I'm actually going to wipe it off because where's my cloth? There. Okay. These leaves actually have the sort of holes in them, if you like, or the markings. You can actually, you know, see the marks where the leaves are to go. Right. Now, I might just pop just a couple of these in because I quite like that as it is without putting too much more on there. Put that one there. Leaf can go out that way. I don't want to overdo it with the greenery. I think I made a card one day and Mum said it was all right until you put all that green on it. Okay, don't overdo the greenery, Lorraine. My mother's she's a good critic. She lets me know what looks right and what doesn't look right. So let's just pop that out from under there, and I think that's it. We've done. Now I just want to pop a ribbon. Now what have I got here? I've got the fresh freesia. Is it fresh freesia? I always get those two mixed up. Or I could do a silver bow. I could do the big bow, but I just, oh goodness, I think that would be way too much. So we've got the silver, and then, or I can do the gold, which is what I did on the other one. So I'll just do a quick gold bow. While you're deciding which bow I should use. There's a very, oh, and that one's just a very light one. So I'll leave those bows there so we can go top, middle. So the top is the pink, the silver, and the gold. In the middle here, I'm going to put some sequins, or I don't really want anything too big or bulky in there. And for those, I used the faux glass dots, which I think worked quite well. Or we can go for, and sometimes I think just the these. Okay, see you later, Susie. Holly says silver. Susie says gold. Okay. Someone else say something, because that's what's going to be. Whatever else anyone says. Actually, I think I'm going to use these for the center. You like the gold? Okay. So we've got two gold. Where is my take a picture? Here it is. Two gold and a silver. All right. I'm just going to pop these. These are from the Citrus Blooms, and I've loved these ever since they come out, because they not only they sort of throw different colors. They're sort of iridescent, but not, if that makes sense. And as I look at this, I can see pinks, yellows, oranges, and I'm only using the small ones. And I think if they're still available, ooh, what do I pick up? if they're still available, I might even order myself another pack of these. All right, so we've got that. And then just going to do a bit of Wink of Stella. On here. Now, I like both the white and the ones with the touch of colour. But let me know what you prefer. Do you just prefer the all white one? Or do you, somewhere under all this mess, I can actually get rid of that. There we go. Lynn Gold, Gold, Gold. Sorry, Holly, I think you've been outvoted this time. So we're just going to put the little single gold gold bow on. I'm going to use a glue dot for that. Actually, I prefer these actually need to be double, these bows. These, like me. It makes it easier if they're double because it gives them a bit more texture. Come on, don't do this to me. There we go. Let's cut that. Cut that. There we go. A double one. They're a bit harder to handle. But once you've got them on your project, you're all good. All right. And pop that down there. There we go. There's our bow. Just decided to do silly stuff, but I can sort that out. It's gone in under there. That's what it's done. There we go. Our gold bow. So a little bit of, does that mean we need to actually make a gallery balloons? Where's my delightful wishes? Told you it would end up on the floor at some time, didn't I? Did this one have? Yeah. And it's very long. You're supposed to put the wishing at the top, aren't you? So I'm not gonna. There's not enough room for that, so we won't use that one after all. We'll use a different one. Just to put a let's go with the ones that I've already got out, shall we? That would probably be the easiest way. So on the front, thank you for everything. We can do that. Let's get a piece of this. And we'll use the grey. So we're going to do that. So I'm just going to bring this in. Cut that down. If you hear a noise, I'm sorry, it's the garbage collection's just turned up. So So there's our thank you for everything. I'll put that on with some dimensionals. These are only small ones, but that'll do for now. Just use twice as many. This desk today is a total disaster, I can tell you. A total disaster. Oh, where have I gone? What happened there? Hello? Oh. For some reason. Oh. I don't know if the internet went off or not, but Yeah, you did.
I like how he walks around his bowl and sniffs it.
I don't know what happened there, but it just turned itself off. My whole show.
Oh. Got computer shut on.
Yep. Went down to basically this. And I tried to go back into it and the microphone was screaming at me.
Oh.
So I don't know. I'm going to have to. I should have ordered some dimensionals. Shit. Hopefully it will have calmed its farm by tomorrow.
Got a few cards in there. That's that strap to hold it shut. Not reach a magnet.
Well, you've obviously got too much in there.
I got less in it now than what I had in the other one. I did that little boy last night. I brushed him for a week or so.
show you this spread. That's why I didn't know what you were on about. April. Probably while I'm away, is it?
Right.
No, I'll still be here.
When it gets